but we have two Five Nights at Freddy's plushies for a company comparison. Today we are going over Funko versus Jazwares. So these are two totally separate companies, totally different quality, varies of quality, different variety of quality companies. Yeah, we're gonna go from the oldest to the newest. Alright, so you may be wondering, what is the company comparisons? So this is an original series I made back, well, not too original, but original enough. I made a video in 2025, September, of my Five Nights at Freddy's Fnaf 1 comparison. This is part 2 of it, technically. It's like, while part 1 is potentially lost media, I'm not entirely sure. I really don't have the, video anymore, because it got corrupted, or B, it got like completely deleted. I'm not entirely sure. Alright, so we're technically going retro here. So here is Lefty. I'm just going to do a brief overview of him. 360. I didn't do this originally, because like, they really don't have anything on the back besides tush tags, but that's about it, basically. I will be going over the tags in this video, because FNAF 1 did not have any tags. Yeah. Alright, to start off with this, first up, the tags. As you can see here, Funko's obviously taking the dub with this one. We had Five Nights at Freddy's Collector's Plush Pizza Sim base tag with Freddy Funko, popping out plush with all in different languages. Then you just have more legal jargon and collect them all. Pizzeria Simulator. These tags, I would say, is truly one of a kind, because these things are really, really nice, and I don't think any other company can do it at the moment. But what Jazwares is doing is alright, but I feel like more stylized tags would be a better option, just to have more pizzazz, I don't know how to exactly say it. Yeah, more flair and more flashy for some of the waves. As I was stating with Jazwares, really needed this is just their standard Five Nights at Freddy's Wave 1 tag, even though this is from Wave 2. We have Lefty with the Freddy with the edgy red light on him, which I do like that a lot. It fits the Five Nights at Freddy's vibes, because originally this game was never for kids. Like, we had Afton stuffing corpses into animatronic suits. Those suits became haunted, and they started groaning, they started moaning, they started doing a lot of horrific stuff that is not supposed to be kid game material, but unfortunately, still will made this into a cash cow. I know that's a hot take. After Pizzeria Simulator, stuff technically fell off, I would say. But yeah, here's the tag. You have Freddy Fazbear, Five Nights at Freddy's, Lefty, and the Jazwares logo as a camera symbol, and you have the Battery Barbie and Lefty. Then on the back, you have just all legal jargon. I had to fortunately pay Scalper for this point. So yeah, now let's go on to the lower halves. All right, now with the lower halves, as you can see here, this one has knee pads, this one doesn't, which is fine. It's either something called over detailing, but I feel like this had a little bit of charm having knee pads on it, and made it more like, a Rockstar. These Rockstar animatronics did have knee pads in the game. All of them did, including Lefty. Even though Lefty's a scrap, or it's Carney refurbished. Then getting on to the stars and bow tie. As you can see here, the one on Funko right here is kind of small, and it does tend to break if you're too harsh on it. And you do have a sticker for the star. The star is just a basic sticker, as you can see here. Sorry, my plush is so crusty. It's thing's old and I need to wash it. But yeah, you have a sticker material. It might just be a full-on decal. But yeah, this thing does deteriorate over time, so I suggest being really careful with the star on the Funko one. And the bow tie, it's really small, but it really, I have to look at the bow ties again, but I feel like this is a little bit too small for the character. But I'm not entirely sure. Then for Jazwares, the quality obviously amps up. The bow tie is a little bit too big, I would say. No, it's moderately sized. It's pretty alright, I would say. Then you have the full star embroidered on in yellow and gold, I guess, light gold. And you have this nice metallic bow tie, which is a really nice material. It's kind of like the AR material, but not scratchy. It's really nice soft feeling. It doesn't have any weird feeling like lead or anything like that. It's just a nice, soft, good looking bow tie. Then for the top hats, this one's made out of a hard, velvety, shiny material. This one's made out of a velvet, I guess. I don't know what exact terms of these are. This is a shiny metallic fabric. This one is just a standard fabric for the most part. It's not too soft. like a plush, but it's also not hard like metallic material. I'm gonna have to give the top hat and knee pads to Funko, and then the whole star and I guess the bow tie material for Jazwares. Alright, now facial features. I have to lift my phone up first. Maybe. Nope. Okay, good. Okay, so facial features. This one's derpy, but it has a special charm into it because, like, you know, I'm not gonna let, you know, like the whole nostalgia discount this, honestly, or make this more better quality than what this is. We had Funko for 10 years. So this was still in their prime-ish area before they went to slop for 5 years. Besides the point. So here is the Lefty. The eyes are practically the same. This one's more of a stylized happy Lefty, and you do get a plastic nose, but I prefer to more of the fabric nose. But the plastic nose is still nice. I'm not gonna let that hinder it. So noses are on par with each other, I would say. The freckles, on the other hand, it has to go to Jazwares, because Jazwares, as you can see here, it's more consistent with everyone else. I know this is technically a Freddy recolor, but you know, it gets a point across really, really well. And with this guy, you have 3 freckles. Plush is just embroidered on with a flat material, while Jazwares, on the other hand, it has a 3D. If I can get a good angle of it, it's all 3D. Then with Lefty, as you can see here, you have a golden eye. This one's more of an orange eye that glows in the dark. I'm not going to show that in this video because that's going to obviously, you know, hinder, but the whole, like, you know, it's a gimmick, so I'm not going to count it. You have the eyelids, which are on both of these. I would say the Funko eyelids are a little bit better, I would say, because, like, these are just flat, and these have a little bit more, like, texture to them, because, like, you have, like, the whole red ring, then you have the red top. Then I would say what the Jazwares Lefty could have had is a little pupil in it, because, like, Lefty in game has, like, a small little dot for where the puppet is. And, you know, like, or the endoskeleton, I really don't know exactly what it is. I know this thing can capture puppets somehow, but, like, there's, like, either A, the puppet's eye in here, or B, it's part of the endoskeleton. I don't really remember. I haven't played Pizza Sim in years. I only made it past night 2 or 3. Really hard game, and I had to redo it because it's on Switch. Yeah. The eyebrows, I would say that it goes to Jazwares. It's more defined, it's more detailed, it's more accurate, it's more like, kind of like Freddy's. While this one, it's just a little bit too thin in my opinion. I know that these are 2 different sizes of plushies. I forgot to mention that. This is an 8-inch, it's 6-inch. You have a little bit more room to work with on the 8-inch plush. But I will say that overall, I will say, for my personal take, I honestly think that Jazwares is better for the most part, minus the knee pads. If they can fix the knee pad problem and make it actually embroidered on in the future, they'll definitely give these a 1-up. But for now, I might have to go with Funko just because it's a little more detailed. If you don't want a super detailed plush, more not stylized, but like more fun, more cuddly, I guess, go with Jazwares. Even though it's been scalped to death, go with Jazwares. Go with Jazwares 100%. Because, like, minus the tag being uninteresting and, you know, stuff like that, I would say go with Jazwares. But Funko, if you want to go with, like, more of a playful plush, go with Funko.